There are 7 little known tricks to pick up beautiful Ukrainian women off the street. Hi, my name is Vita. Welcome to new edition Ask Vita Live. And today we are going to discuss 7 main principles of picking up of Ukrainian beautiful girls the street. And guys, I would like to give you some tips how to make this process successful. Also, want to remind you that our live streams, our live episodes comes every Thursday, 1 p.m. Ukrainian time, which is 6 a.m. Eastern time, and also every Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. Ukrainian time, which actually 11 a.m. Eastern time up to noon. Also, guys, I want to let you know that this coming Sunday, we are going to have a live episode with my participation about polygraph test, the challenge which we actually recently started, and I would like to know your ideas, to know your opinion actually about this. I will prepare some information to share with you on Sunday. Okay, so don't miss this hot burning topic, and I hope a lot of you would like to participate in this conversation, in these debates. Okay, and today we are going to start our topic about 7 pickup rules of beautiful Ukrainian girls. You know, there are some main pickup principles. Without knowing actually them, men cannot be successful. Even if you know some seducing techniques and you think you're professional, but if you still don't know main principles, you still will fail. And you won't never understand why one by one girls will stop to communicate with you. A lot of you don't trust also online dating, and some of you would like to try just by your own, to try your chance just by coming to Ukraine and try your luck by simple old tradition school methods, okay? It can be also risky. It can have some advantages and disadvantages, which we are going to discuss today. Hello, Harry. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Rodney. Oh, you're not late today, Rodney. Yeah, guys. Best wishes to you guys. Thanks for joining me. And we are discussing today 7 main rules of pickup girls. So if you want to comment, of course, please feel free. You know, there is no taboo questions for me, so any questions to ask. And I'm going to give you some tips and some maybe guidance. So as far as let's discuss actually the possibility to pick up the girl on the street and what advantages and disadvantages you can meet during this process, you know, and you need to know how to do this actually correctly to be successful. So I'm going also to start kind of serious about this process. You know, we started actually last time. We were discussing type of men which can attract women and what to do actually to be successful among women. And I will give you in our next episodes, I will give you some tips about how to start conversations, like 10 top main phrases to start conversation, not to fail, like 5 top places where you can meet a Ukrainian lady, also like where you have possibility to meet her and to start dating maybe. So I think that will be interesting for you, and hope it will be, as always, useful. Rodney, I'm happy you got your notification on time today. Yes. Harry, Vita, don't know if you feel the same, but I would like to welcome both past and present DC members to the stream. They do seem interested in your live streams. Guys, don't be shy. Please say hello. I don't know actually why these people interested in my live streams, because if they like the service of Dream Connection, that's absolutely fine, and they can be satisfied with their level of service. So, and as one of former employee of that company told, you know, what she told actually about me. So like nothing interesting maybe for those people. But if they would like to join, all of them are welcome, of course, to discuss. The only rule, I don't want to have such mess like we have under that video, you know, some rude words, some bad things. Actually, I would like to keep it in civilized way, okay, as it should be. And our kind of club already, we have very friendly and warm atmosphere here. I don't want somebody spoil this, okay. And of course anybody is welcome, absolutely. Historic Vita, don't you think picking up a girl from streets is cheap? It's one of the way. Of course, it's more useful maybe for younger guys. And to pick up and to be professional, you need to be a mature person and you need to be very confident, because confidence is one of the main principle of picking up and of course of dating ladies. So if you are sure, if you feel confident, then you will success. And you need to, of course, to be positive, to emit positive energy. So it's not cheap. Why not? Let's just imagine the situation. You come to Ukraine, you're maybe just a tourist and you don't have plans, specific plans. You decide not to go with some specific matchmaking company. And here we go, in some coffee shop, maybe you see very nice and beautiful girl sitting alone next to you, maybe working with her laptop, maybe drinking some coffee. Maybe you see she's sad, maybe not, maybe you see her sides also towards you, or maybe some light smiles. Why not? It's also the chance. Who knows where you can find your destiny? It can be in the train, in the bus. Maybe you can get into some trouble, or she can get, and you can help her. There are lots of ways actually to meet not only Ukrainian women, okay? Let's clarify. Women all over the world. So who knows, maybe it will be your business trip and you will just come across one nice girl and it will be your future wife. We never know. So why not to try chance? And especially if you will see specific person. If you're not kind of hunter who went to the streets and just looking for the most beautiful lady to pick her up, but if it's just like accident, you just saw the person whom you like and you decide to get acquainted with her, why not? Why not? Harry, thanks. Yeah. So, guys, we will discuss main seven tricks, but like every psychology can define a different amount. Some of them say there are 4 main tricks, some of them say 10 main tricks, 10, some say I will try to give you as more as I can, okay? And I hope, I know that some of you already know these principles and it's easy. If you're a charismatic and positive man, I think you know, but some guy can be shy, of course, can not think if it's a good idea at all to pick up girl in Ukraine, because maybe think it's not appropriate. Believe me, still people can get acquainted on the street, in the library, in the supermarkets, at the coffee shop, not only via matchmaking company or going to some specific nightclub, which actually also a possibility. So let's discuss that. Yeah, no one knows where you can meet your destiny. Thanks, Rodney, for nice words. So, actually, we will discuss now main tricks which you should learn to find your second half by your own in Ukraine. If you decide to take this risk, if you decide to go by yourself and to try your luck. Getting acquainted on the street actually is one of the most complicated way in the whole practice of dating. Because you cannot easily find the context in this meeting. The street also make the things even more complicated. By this way but this way of dating is quite attractive from the point of view that there you can meet practically any type of girls, not depending on their social status, and whom can be. You can also meet very beautiful ladies, such beauties which you never come across in your everyday routine life. So near the beauty salon or maybe at some parking place, you never know. And especially, this imaginary situation when the girl had a problem with her car, maybe a flat tire or something, she cannot start the engine. This is a great possibility for you. If you know how to do this, Don't be shy. Come and propose your help. That's a great possibility. And girls, of course, you never know if she's married, if she's in a relationship, but you still has a chance, because if she has a boyfriend or maybe husband, she will definitely will call immediately to ask the help or to send somebody to help. But if you see she's trying to do herself, why not? It's also a great possibility to get acquainted with a nice, beautiful woman here. So don't be afraid actually to get acquainted with the women just on the street, and try to memorize our main principles. Harry, snow in Kiev yesterday, Vita. How is the weather in Sumy? Yeah, I communicated with one girl from Kiev. She's not exactly from Kiev, but in suburban place. She sent me photos full of snow. We don't have any snow still, even not hinting, but the weather is quite unpleasant. For me, it's disgusting time. Yesterday it was like -7, and it's a bold ground, I don't like. If it will be snow, it will be more mild and more comfortable. But it's gloomy, it's gray. I'm waiting for spring anyway. Okay, so guys, the first main principle is don't overestimate her importance. I taught all of you to be gallant, to be a gentleman, to have good manners, to be polite, to show yourself from the best side. But picking up rules, it's a little bit different, because the main reason is like you want to seduce women. You want to get into relations as fast as you can, especially if you saw her accidentally and you just like her. Oh my God, she's awesome. I would like to start dating with her. So in this way, you can be a little bit tricky, sometimes even egoistic, okay? And you need to show all your alpha male energy. So just no need to be nervous, no need to be shy, just go straight forward. So almost all of men, put the woman on the higher position immediately, because she is a kind of asking. The man who is approaching woman, he is kind of asking her for favor, if she can let him get acquainted with her, to be introduced. But in this way, you should remember that if you put her on the higher position, you will actually make your position lower, and you will make her higher. This is the root for all future problems. It looks like she's a princess and you just a slave. So you need in this way be very confident in your way of communicating with her. Don't hesitate, and show that you're not afraid of being a loser. You're not afraid of being rejected. You're not afraid to get refusal, because women, they always feel this confidence. And of course, if she feel you're like hero approaching her with the confidence, she will think, he's a real man, I should try then. And but of course you need to get some chemistry, and she need to find you as her type of man. But actually don't try to overestimate her importance in this moment, because you should remember there are lots of women you can meet on street. If she is not the right person, you can always meet another one. So you have great possibilities. Harry, the street, especially in Ukraine, would be difficult. Until you get to know the people, they can appear very unapproachable, certainly different to somewhere like USA, where you're immediately greeted. Yes, people can be not always friendly, of course, but I think it's still possible, and there are a lot of single women who is dreaming about their man, but maybe they're just so busy, sometimes depressed. And this is a very good way for women who very busy, maybe who has kids, and who doesn't have a lot of possibilities to go to specific place, to attend some events. Because younger generation under 30 who is not married, who graduated from their university, okay, they have their job, and in the evening they always can meet with their friends, go to drink some coffee, some beer, maybe some nightclub. Of course, these type of women, they have much more possibilities to meet their men on that special events in some restaurants, cafe, at cinemas, movies. But don't forget about women who is busy with their job, and after job they hurry to get home. Sometimes some of them maybe don't have simply money to go outside. They just prefer to walk, to sit, to meet with someone, some friends. In this way, you also have a great chance. Hello, Hassan. I'm fine, thanks. Hello, Chariot. Hello, Manabu. Yes, guys, for those, I want to give also one very good tip for those who learn Russian, or maybe who know Russian already, or who is in the process of learning. It also can be very useful, not for everybody, of course. For guys who doesn't know Russian, it won't be useful, but I still, some of you know Russian language, and you can distinguish вы and ты. For those who know, I can give some small tip. We it's a formal way of addressing to person. You always use this word to people who is on higher position, to older people, people whom you see just first time, to bosses, to doctors, to some authorities. But actually, it's a very good and polite way when you come, when you approach to the woman, you see her first time, to use this formal way, вы. But in pickup rules, it's better even to use ты, because by this you show you're not afraid of being loser, and you show her confidence, like already. And you can argue, because I will agree with you about this, because it's not, it can be like not a very good manners. But if we are talking about seducing, you should show immediately her who is the alpha male here, and addressing to her with вы, formal way of addressing. You will demonstrate, of course, respect and being a gallant man, but this a little bit removes you. It will bring you a little bit more far away from your target. So, and by using ты, you will demonstrate actually your confidence and not being shy. So it's a small hint, but also for those who know Russian can be very useful. Why not? And for foreigners, it's more forgivable, excusable, because not all people can differentiate this formal and informal way of addressing, of communicating in Ukraine. It's actually very difficult sometimes for foreigners to learn all these peculiarities of Russian language. Russian is considered to be one of the most difficult among 5 most difficult languages all over the world. So especially like declensions, if some of you are aware about the process. So if you will say her ты, she will, of course, not think that you are not well-mannered or you are not gentleman, because you are just a foreigner, and it will make the contact easier. It will be like more friendly. It will make actually the distance between you to shorten this distance. Hi Vita, hi Derek, hi. How can I show I'm the best man for this Ukrainian woman? It's up to you. You can tell us why you are the best man, and how you can show. Just to be a good and normal person, to be polite, to give her flowers, not to ask to share bills. Actually, don't ask too many questions. There are a lot of tips, and for every woman, best type of man is different. Some of them would like to have a leader in the family who can be a good provider, who can do everything and solve all those problems. Some women looking for the friend, for emotional responses, with whom she can share her feelings and emotions. Some women, okay, to be a housekeepers, but they expect just good money and you to be hardworking. So it's actually different types of men for which woman is looking. So it's up to you, and up, of course, of type of woman whom you would like to start dating. Another trick for you, another hint for you guys. Don't say sorry for asking for acquaintance. a lot of men use this phrase. Not only you, not only foreign guys, but local guys, of course, as well. If they're not sure, if they shy, or if they like this woman very much, maybe she's the neighbor, maybe they study together on the different departments, and he knows her, he would like to approach, he noticed her already like a long time ago, and he really would like to get acquainted with her, but still have these doubts. So never ask, actually, like, hello, sorry, can we get acquainted? It sounds very miserable. This phrase will bring you to the failure. By the way, a lot of men comes to women with this phrase, I'm sorry, or excuse me. By this, you demonstrate you're not being confident. And you remember from our last topic, which we discussed last week, you should emit confidence and positive energy. Here is no place for modesty. If you would like to seduce the woman, to start dating with her, actually, this is your real first and important chance to grab her attention, not to give her a moment to think, to hesitate. It just need to be right now, right here. You need to get positive answer, and she should understand that you are the man of word and you want to get her, and you will do everything to get her. If you will emit this, if you will forward this message to her, she will understand. If you're not physically, maybe sometimes, maybe if you're not physically her type of man, but she will obviously pay attention to you. And I know a lot of stories. Then we discussed it last time, I think, when some women like blonde men, some black, but the man can convince her by his actions, by his behavior. And of course, he need to be insistive, he need to be sure, and he need to be purposeful. So remember, girls don't like non-confident and non-demanding guys. Don't be sorry for your intentions and for your desires. If you want to get her, no need to say sorry. Just show this to her, that she need to know 100%. And also, don't use specific phrases like a lot of foreigners do. It's out of the topic maybe, but I would like to mention it because, you know my experience. I have been working at a matchmaking company also many years ago, like 15 years ago. All letters, all emails were started like, hello, my dear, hello, my sweetheart. And I have a big experience communicating with foreigners, and this type of communication really irritated me. Because for me to say my dear or my sweetheart, it really would take some time. When I get to know this person, when I'm sure about him, when I have some feelings to him. If you use such words like honey at the first or second date, it sounds artificial. Ukrainian women don't like this. You need to find out some specific name, some pet name for her, like maybe you found some specific feature about her and it can be funny, okay, but sweet. But don't use these template words. Ukrainian women will feel this, and we sometimes think like for foreign guys, it's easy to say such words. They much more easier fall in love because maybe they have much more chances. They have like wish list of ladies, and okay, honey, if it's not you, I can find another one. So try to avoid these words. This is really good words, not only for picking up, okay, methods. Also, if you're planning to come here, if you communicate or you start just to communicate, don't use these words. Even better just to use her name instead of these words. Such words you can use only when you will be in good relationship, when you know each other well, and she's sure like you really love her or you really like her, like you have some specific feelings. In this case, it will be appropriate. But on the first, second days to say my dear, my honey, Ukrainian mentality is a little bit different. We don't like using such words at the beginning of relations. So remember this also, it just come to my mind, so don't forget, okay? Derek, I noticed just asking too many questions and not being in charge shows I'm not confident and not trying hard to fight for her. Absolutely, and it will be Next, it will be next principle. By the way, you just got my idea. Too much questions at the very beginning. You start to worry. Of course, we understand you're nervous, you're shy, you're modest, you don't want to fail, and you are thinking about positive results, so you want to get it. And you look miserable in this way because she understands you're not confident. Instead of trying to reveal all her secrets, at the same moment from her life, just try to set an appointment. You will have a lot of time ahead to ask all your questions. Just try to grab her attention by your confidence at the very first date, okay? And after all, you can have, of course, a lot of time to ask different type of questions, and you're right about this. Guys, for now, we will have 2-3 minutes breaks as always, okay? Please stay with me, stay tuned. I will be back for part 2, and we continue discussing these main pickup principles, okay? Who still didn't subscribe our channel, please don't forget to do it in the right lower of the screen. I will appreciate this greatly, okay? And I'll be back just in a couple of minutes. Stay please with me. Prepare your questions about this topic.